Hi, it's Kare. That was a false start there a minute ago. Are you ready to really create calm and increase your creativity? I would like to share with you a very short exercise that is so powerful that it's like logging into the universal web of pure intelligence. Really. Years and years ago, when I first opened up the first biofeedback practice in the state of Ohio and was a member of the Biofeedback Society, and all the new stuff was happening in the field of consciousness. And I met a man by the name of Dr. Les Femi, who ran the Princeton Brain Research Lab. And I was fascinated by his work. And what he said was he had devised a method that within just a matter of minutes, people's brain waves could drop into the same state that they had monitored monks and people who had been meditating for years and years. And it works. And they were monitoring the brain waves so they could see exactly what was happening. So that's what I'd like to share with you today. It's like creating a wordless space within your space. And so many people that I talk to just have the hardest time turning off their brain, being quiet. And this is a simple exercise that can just do that. What it does is it takes you out of wordlessness, or into wordlessness, out of that chatter that you have going on in your heads most of the time, that we do, not just you, I do too. And I learned that if you're in your left brain, your verbal brain, you can process 40 bits of information a second. Now that sounds like a lot. But if you're in your right brain, your nonverbal brain, you can process 40 million bits of information per second. So while you're busy thinking, you're processing like on an old typewriter. If you're in your right brain and you're experiencing, it's like being on a mega computer. It is the universal computer. Also, one of my favorite quotes, and I don't memorize very many quotes, but one that has been in my mind for years and years and years is my favorite quote from Buckminster Fuller, the creator of the geodesic dome. He says, 90% of all of the actions and interactions in our universe are either infra or ultra to man's tuning. Now, what that really means is if you've got a scale from 1 to 100, 90% of everything that's happening in the universe on that scale, we don't know, we don't hear, we don't see, we don't have a clue about. That little tiny 10% in the center of that dial is within our decibel range to hear and is within the range of infrared to ultraviolet. Everything else is infra or ultra to our tuning. So there's so much going on that our senses just don't grasp. So how do you tune into that space? Well, here's an exercise that will give you daily access to these realms, unseen realms of power. So to start out with, just, get comfortable in your chair. Hopefully it's a straight back chair so that your energy can flow up your spine. Put your feet flat on the floor. Take some deep breaths. And this is the exercise that Dr. Femi created called open focus, that stops the words and opens your focus to this unseen power. So you don't need to close your eyes. I'd like to actually have you focus on, oh, people are saying hi. Let's do this. Put your name in here. Let me see who's actually going to do this exercise with me. Give me a thumbs up here. So keep your eyes open and focus on one thing that's just beautiful. Breathe and just focus on that one thing that's very beautiful in your field of vision. Now, at the same time that you're focusing on that beautiful vision, I'd like you to listen to the sounds around you. Still focusing on the vision, now listening at the same time to the sounds around you. And now listen to the sound that underlies, or the silence that underlies the sounds around you. And now at the same time that you're focusing on that beautiful vision and listening to the sounds and the sounds of silence, I'd like you to focus on your body and find one portion of your body that is comfortable. It could be your ear or your big toe, or your shoulder or your hand. So simultaneously you are focusing on the vision, the sounds, the silence, and a spot in your body that is comfortable. And now at the same time that you're focusing on the vision, the silence, the comfortable spot, simultaneously focus on your breath. Feel your lungs expand, bringing in that oxygen, the nourishment for your entire body and brain, while you're listening to the sounds and the silence and focusing on the vision and feeling a comfortable spot in your body. And while you're breathing, notice if there's ever any fragrance as you feel your lungs expand, as you feel that comfortable spot in your body, and you listen to the sounds and the silence underneath that, and you focus on that vision. And now simultaneously, feel your heart beating in the center of your chest while you focus on the fragrance and your lungs expanding and oxygen circulating and the sounds and the silence and the comfortable spot in your body and the vision that you're focusing on. Simultaneously experience everything. That's it. You've created an open focus, and words have dropped away. You can't focus on all those things at the same time that you're talking to yourself. And so you've gone from your left brain chatter to your right brain open focus. And that's the state that monks experience when they meditate, or longtime meditators get to, that state of openness where everything is accessible. Those 40 million bits of information per second, you're floating in it. They're totally accessible to you because you're not talking about it. How did that feel? I would love to have you write a comment here and tell me what that felt like. That's it. That's as simple as it gets, isn't it? And a lot of times you'll get in that open focus state, like when you go outside and we just went through a hurricane and the wind is blowing and the leaves are thrashing and you were hearing the sounds and there's so much going on, so much sensory stuff that there's no way to even think about it. So here's my challenge for you. Practice this open focus exercise twice a day, 5 minutes. That's it. Can you do that? Is it, that's not much. You can do it when you're sitting at a stoplight. You can do it when you just, are sitting at your computer. You can do it when you're walking in the grass. It's a very easy thing to do, and it stops the chatter, and it allows you to be immersed in the moment. Ram Dass says, be here now. That's what he meant. That being here now, in the moment, feeling what you feel, seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, totally immersed in the moment is what gives you full access to your power. And after you've done that for 5 minutes, then go back to doing what you're doing, and you are totally refreshed. And you'll be real surprised because you will have gleaned information and inspiration, creativity from that center of your calm, from that center of pure intelligence. It's that simple. So I would love to hear your experience. Please write me a little note here. Tell me what that felt like, because it totally changes your brainwave state to get into that open focus. Practice it. Experience that pure knowledge and creativity come creeping into your everyday. And if you find that, man, you're blocked, you just are exhausted, you need a break and you don't have time to, take a half an hour break, take 5 minutes and open your focus. That's it. Sweet and simple. Blessings. Thanks for watching. I will be sharing more of my sweet, simple techniques. And blessings to you. Blessings for your health. Blessings for your open focus and access to the universe. Bye now.